scrapbookers and creative friends. I am very happy to see you today. Welcome to Thursday Thoughts, and we're going to be having some bunny fun, and I'm going to share with you some of the creations that I made, just playing with different punches and getting my creative brain a little involved. Now, I'm not a graphic artist. I'm artistic, but I'm not a graphic artist. So what you'll see are simple, and you probably have the skills to take this even farther. I just say have fun with it. So let's take a look at the tools that I used, and just to kind of give you an idea, and then I will share my little bun creations. Now, as I always do, I stand in front of my punches and I look at them and I think, what shapes could I use to create whatever design it is? So I knew that it was going to be bunnies, and it's close to Easter, but it's spring. I'm just thinking springtime and Easter, a little combination of the two. So I knew I wanted to have this kind of something that looked like a basket, because I knew I'd want to make one basket, this set decorative lattice, but anything that you have that can look kind of like a lattice or a basket would be great. We're going to have Easter egg hunts, or we're going to see bunnies. They're going to be in the grass out in the wild, or if it's for your Easter egg hunt layout, or just your spring layouts. Now, I didn't use this yet. I'm going to show you how you could use this, but this is our trail sign. But I thought that would be kind of fun for egg hunt and bunny trail. So you'll see that I have that. Now, thinking about bunny bodies, this is basically what I used for the bunny bodies. I used the circle, and figured I would use a circle punch for the head. I looked at all my punches and I thought I could probably use this festive light bulb and maybe trim it a little bit and make that be my bunny ears. So I went for that. For foot pads, I used the inside heart from this double heart, and then I had to use this 1.5 inch for another bunny part that I'll show you. I used, of course, the circle custom cutting system. I definitely used the ovals. I used the inside and the outside of these ovals for the kind of egg-shaped oval body. I only used the red blade because I was trying to be true to the shape that's there. And then, after I punch a lot of these things, I do keep bins with them in there, so when I'm building, I can play with them. Look at, I have festive light bulbs, but then I have bunny festive light bulb colors. And then from this, I believe it's this trio punch. Yes, it's this, I'm sorry, not trio, it's piece by piece trio, it's called. I always have a bin of these because I have all, as you can see, all different colors. Heart-shaped circles, dots, crescents, and so forth. This is going to seem kind of strange to you, but this was our citrus. It was the citrus slice that we had a few years ago for National Scrapbook Day. And I have it punched in a lot of different colors, and I ended up using some of these for the little foot pads on the bunnies, which you will see. So that was a very practical thing to have. Bunny tails, I looked at these shapes. These are the flower. This is the Sweet Blossom Trio. Not necessarily this one, but I did use the embossed blossom on a couple. And then Daisy a Day. It just made it, I thought it was a cute bunny tail. Also, now, if you have our glue pen, the Creative Memories glue pen, you might want to use this. Multi-purpose tool I can't do without. And then, of course, our little lifter stick is great, particularly when you're picking up those little tiny pieces. Now, to embellish my little bunny ears, I did use the purple and the pink shimmer pens. And for any other details, I used my black pen, mostly the fine point and on the dual tip pen. So those are my supplies, pretty much, and you'll see how I use them. And I hope you enjoy. Let's take a look at my creations. Now, I call this bunny butts, and this is why we're going to start with this embellishment that I made. And this was that 1.5 inch heart that I punched out, and then you see I used heart shapes for make the little foot pads. This was the circle, the custom cutting system circle. This is that Daisy a Day, which I popped up on the tail, but that would just be a really cute embellishment. You could, of course, have grass and other accessories, but I wanted you to see just how it is. Yeah, so it was the smallest circle with the red blade on the outside. That's for the butt. And then Daisy a Day, and so forth. So there's like a little embellishment. You could make this part of a border, put it directly down on your page. So there it's my first little bunny butt. This is the biggest one I made. And then I made a smaller one and made it part of this border. And these eggs, I wanted to tell you about my eggs. I did do some EGG-stra Special Ideas for Spring and Easter, and I've linked that video in the description. But I just cut out these eggs with the custom cutting system, added a border, and then here's the little bunny butt here. This was with the punch, with the circle punch, and that little tail didn't seem to be showing up that well, so I backed it with the little blossom, and I did purple underneath, and then the little white tail. And see, that's the citrus slice. I think they make great little foot pad marks. And then another our leaf punch that I added to that. Here's a double. So this one I decided that I would do white bunnies and brown bunnies. This is, we're using our imagination here. I cut this with the pinking blade on the 12-inch trimmer. And then this grassland punch, P.S. This is April 8th. So this week, just yesterday, Creative Memories brought back this grassland punch. So if you don't have it, ask your advisor to get that for you. And if you don't have an advisor, ask me, I will get it for you. But anyway, here's the grassland punch, and then here's some of my eggs that I made that are, again, in that other video, if you want to watch that other video, how I made those. And here are the bunny butts. I did put the bunny butts up onto foam squares. Yes, it's my imagination, but I love bunnies so much. I was actually inspired by my, I've had bunny fur baby bunnies and for years, and then we have them resident bunnies here in Jupiter where we are. So if you see those, these are the speckled eggs that I made. But what I do was I just make the eggs, and then my storage system, you may have seen that video too. So I have the colored eggs here. And then when I want to do more natural kinds of scenes, just for gardens in spring, then I have more natural looking eggs. But I have them already in here. So when I'm making borders like this, you're ready to go. So you might consider having pre-made. You just spend a day making eggs and decorating them. It's really kind of fun. So that's my suggestion to you. Okay, now these are the bunny butts, but let's move on to some other little bunnies. So next I decided I wanted to make little bunny faces. And this is what I came up with for that. Here's our double rick-rack design. But this is the circle punch. You can see the circle punch, and then here is that the festive light bulb. And I just trimmed it a little bit to make it a little more ear-like. I do have the two little bunny ears tipped on. I love when animals' ears flip over like that. That's one of the most charming things about our puppy Kimmy. She has a broken ear, which gives such character. But see, here's some more of those eggs that I made, cut out of different designer paper. This was a succulent paper. This was a painted design, dotted design, just to make a nice little border that you can add to either your Easter page or springtime page, maybe decorating eggs, so forth. And then, of course, we have to, okay, I didn't put all my eggs in one basket, you can see, but I did have to have a basket of eggs, and I made this a bunny basket, so I added my little bunny on here as well. This is just a piece of cardstock that I cut. You can see I used that white cardstock from the paper. Remember, that's photo safe. Cut these eggs out. These I added stickers, Hill Miss Grossman stickers, but you can see that in that video. This was that lattice along the top, makes it look more like a basket. And there we go, little bunny. Now this, of course, would be a really cute embellishment on a page. You can mat some photos, maybe mat them in brown or in yellow or a mixture, double mat them. That would be really pretty to add to your Easter basket page or your spring page or Easter egg hunt, so forth, making it flexible. Okay, now after I did these, I decided I'm going to try to do a whole bunny. So, okay, now I told you I'm not a graphic artist, so this is very simple. But it worked in my primary classes. The kids thought I was an artist, but what are you going to do? So here's another one of those eggs that I made, a little spotted egg. But then on this one, I made notes so I could remember to tell you. So I actually cut two of the ovals. That's the red blade with the oval number 3, the smallest one. And I cut two because I cut one of them in half. One is the body, cut one in half, and then on the half that was here, I cut it into two little arms, added a little paw line, little finger pad, toe pad things, and then this is the pink shimmer, a little heart nose, added some features to it, a little bit of fur. I didn't get crazy with the feet, but then I have that as another embellishment that you can put on your page, and then have your other pictures and pick up on one of these colors in your egg or the pink maybe to mat your photos. But really fun, really simple. But I was in a bunny mode. What can I say? All right, one more bunny creation. So very often in my yard, I do feed the bunnies. I buy special carrots for them, they like the baby carrots. So I buy those baby carrots for them, and I do feed them. It was my friend Peaches, who I call the Bunny Whisperer. She's the one who got me started because she moved to Jupiter before we did. We were copycats because we just love it up here. So anyway, she feeds her bunnies those carrots, and that's what I feed mine as well. But you see the profile of them a lot. So I decided that I would use, I used one oval for the body. That's the circle punch for the head. This was that embossed blossom. I thought that made a really cute bunny tail. And you can see these are the light bulbs, the festive light bulbs that I just put on there. Just kind of, angle them a little bit so they look a little bit more like ears, because my plan was I wasn't going to get too crazy on the detail here, because I was going to put them in a border with some grass and so forth, so that way I didn't have to worry about details down here, and it's more of a profile, kind of a silhouette. So that's how I created the first one. And now let me show you how they are now part of a border. So I did a double border here, and all I did was cut the this was a 6 inches wide. Ooh, can I do that? Let's see how that's going to look. It'd be a little bit funky. But if this was a double page, you can see how this could be on the edge of your pages. And then you see I did 2 layers of the grass. This is one punch of the grassland, which I then cut in half and then layered it. So I put the eggs there. And then I just decided this is Easter celebration, so I was going to put, so I made a pastel bunny. And then this was from that trio punch. It had that little crescent. I thought, oh, that makes kind of a cool looking eye. The rickrack, again, I cut it in half so that it would fit in there. I thought that makes a really nice edging. You can use the space for photos or for titles or anything else that you would like. And this is where I was thinking that I might use these little trail signs. You could pop these in here, put messages in there as well. Wouldn't that be cute? Then you have a little bit of information down here. Again, you could journal, put your photos. Really fun. And all I did was I just went into my ready-made eggs that I had already made. That's a great way to do it, so that way you're ready to go. And the last border, let me show you that now. Okay, on the last border, this is an ode to my backyard and our bunnies, because our Everglades Marsh Rabbits, they do have short little ears, but they do have that beautiful little tail and that little round body, which fat body, which I'm hoping to contribute to by feeding them. So on this one, I had a picket fence, and then I punched the picket fence, and then I put a little pink base on it, added that grassland punch, and then these little enameled flowers, those were from last year's National Scrapbook Day. Swing into Spring was from, I don't even know when, a long time ago, another National Scrapbook Day. And then I punched the tiniest little butterflies that I had, and then did my motion lines on here. And you can see how that little crescent is just enough to suggest that that's their eye. And then I made their nose the same color as their body, because that's pretty much how it is. But I thought this was a really cute border to have on your page, and it completes the page. All you have to do is add some photos and you're good to go. Well, thanks for hopping down this bunny trail with me. I hope you enjoyed that and it gave you some good ideas. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments below, and check out the description, because I have links there for my extra special ideas for spring and Easter, where I show you how I created all those different eggs. Really fun, which you can do on your own, great scrapbooking therapy, or you can do it with friends, family, kids, grandkids. Have a good time with it. I will put links there as well for scrapbooking for scrapbook shopping, I should say, on my website, Linda's Scrapbooking Station. Please visit, stop by there. I also have my creative memory site. If you have an advisor, please shop with your advisor. But if you don't have one, please shop with me. And if you are interested in some of the advantages we have as advisors, check it out. Click on that link and see what it is to join and become an advisor. And if you have further questions, please contact me. I am happy to talk to you about that. So until next time, enjoy this new spring weather that we're having. Happy spring and happy scrapbooking.